You write in your book, you say Canada was where Sikh terrorism cases went to die.
Yes. Yes. There's
been a consistent pattern of denial.
Yes.
Yes, please. You've seen even today, you see acts of the glorification of terrorism, groups that are banned in Canada itself, or in the UK in other cases, or in other countries across Europe. Their symbols, their portraits of their so-called leaders and martyrs, slogans for those groupings, which are banned groupings in the countries, host countries, are openly displayed. These events are attended by senior politicians of these host countries. So I'd like to take this a little further. Is it neglect? Is it errors of the judicial process or investigative process where cases are brought up? Or do you see this going further into a kind of a collusive framework?
I wouldn't go quite that far. I think it bears explaining, particularly for an Indian audience, that Canada is a peaceable country with very little experience of terrorism. They haven't been burned by the fire, except perhaps in the case of Air India, where they felt, well, this was a bunch of Indians who got blown up, not our problem. Many people felt that way. These weren't, principally the passengers on Flight 182 were not white ladies from Toronto. They were immigrant communities. They were overwhelmingly of Indian descent. Not our problem, they said. At the time, Canada's Prime Minister, Brian Mulroney, called Rajiv Gandhi to offer his condolences for the killing of what, in fact, turned out to be mainly Canadians.
Canadian citizens, yes.
You know, that was just the mindset. So, and as a consequence of this, Canada's anti-terror system was not very systematic, to say the least. The police were advised repeatedly by Indian governments going all the way back to Indira Gandhi's time, going back to the early 80s when Pierre Trudeau, the father of Justin Trudeau, was in power. The Indians pleaded with the Trudeau administration to arrest Parmar. They knew that he was a terrorist. He was already wanted for murder in India. Nothing was done. They applied for extradition. No, we can't do that. They didn't want to take sides in an Indian conflict. They thought it wouldn't hurt us.
But Terry, that's if I may just interrupt you